Good evening. I never know if Facebook has actually started. And I've been caught so many times just like, twiddling my thumbs, waiting for Facebook to start, and actually it's already started. So I think we're live. So this is great. Welcome, welcome. I'm just going to wait for see if anyone joins me live. Oh, I can see some people joining me live. Gorgeous. I won't see any names, but if don't feel like you have to comment or send a thumbs up, but if you do want to comment, that's great, because then I can say hello. Ord, gorgeous. I only have 1 hour. Okay. Saying that you know how long my meditations can be. All right. Oh, okay. All right. So let's send lots of healing. Let's send lots of healing your way. And bring that into our intentions this evening. Okay, yes, it's really good to see your name pop up. I'm glad we had that little, online chat anyway earlier. So hopefully that all made sense. Okay, so that's great. And Irina, hello. Oh, I love seeing all these familiar names. And I know we've got some new faces in, some new amazing women in this group as well, and some who have joined and I haven't yet had a chance to welcome. In fact, I haven't done a live for so long. Hi, Alison. Oh, thank you for joining. I know your lovely presence and beaming out love and healing as well. So thank you, and happy birthday for yesterday. Hope you and it looked like you had a nice time. And Priya, hello. Oh, so exciting. Sorry. I was just saying I haven't done a live for so long. I don't know, where's the time gone? Oh, and Claire, gorgeous Claire, thank you for joining. It's really lovely to see you in this group, see you here. Yeah, it's been really busy. I was running my two programs, my Sacred Conception from Here to Maternity, and I'll be running from Here to Maternity again. In October the 31st it starts, so you'll start seeing me. I'm just lighting a candle, by the way. So you'll be seeing me talk about that. Delilah, Sarah Louise, Linda. Look what I've got, Linda. Your lovely spray, and I'm just going to spray everyone now. Lavender, patchouli, some lovely grounding spray. So there we go. Linda hand makes these beautiful lavender products. And yeah, they've the power of lavender I've been discovering for clearing beliefs. So gorgeous to see you here this evening. And what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so I will be running my From Here to Maternity program again, starting at the end of October with Linda Martin, doing the yoga. Yeah, and so this really successful program, and I know we're here to talk about baby loss. Often baby loss is one of the big reasons why we find it difficult to conceive again, because obviously we're holding on to a lot of fear, a lot of grief, and lots of other things as well. So anyway, I think there's lots of people joining, so this is really gorgeous. So hello to you all, and a very big welcome and thank you to all of you familiar faces, all of you who have worked with me and are working with me, and are new, and anyone watching the replay, thank you. Let's bring in the beautiful energy. So I was just connecting in before we came on. So if you see me just going like this, it just means I'm being taken off somewhere and given some information, because I work very intuitively. So actually I have no idea what we're going to be doing tonight. I completely trust that your babies are guiding the space, and the minute I say your babies are guiding the space, I can just feel this huge emotion come up. So if you haven't worked with me before, you'll get used to me just kind of gazing off into the distance. I'm just somewhere else, but I'm still with you, so just bear with me. Yeah, so let me just tune into that. So as soon as I said we're letting your babies guide the space, I feel, I invited them all in. We're going to do this consciously anyway. So you consciously know your baby's with you, because uh, yes, I can. I'm a spirit baby medium. Yes, I can connect in with your babies. So can you. And that is my big message. So can you. You know, this, we all have an innate gift to find connection. We all have a divine right to be connected. And you know, and to feel and receive the energy of our babies and their communication. So what I like to do is help women to feel empowered, and that they see it as, you know, why not? Why can't I talk, you know, why can't I communicate with my baby? Why can't I feel my baby in my space? Some of you might see, some of you might hear, some of you might feel, but also your babies will have a way of communicating as well. You know, that might be, they might be very chatty. They might just be very you know, around you feeding. They might like little signs. Always ask for a sign. It's one of them, you know, always ask for a sign. The universe is speaking to us all the time in the simplest of ways, and it could be a radio, a song on the radio, um, something a friend says, you know, and all of those usual ones, the feathers, the clouds, all of that. But for you to, you know, so tonight I want to kind of attune you, if you like, to feeling your baby in your space, seeing them, hearing them, however it works for you. So you can, because when we can feel empowered, that we can find our own answers, that we can find the why, and we can, you know, ask our babies why. You know, that's such a big question. Why did that? Why did it happen? And you know, us women, honestly, if a friend has a miscarriage or loses their baby in the very late stages or loses their baby after they've been born, would you even imagine saying to them, well, it's your fault, isn't it? That's your fault. Can you even imagine saying that to anybody? Absolutely not. But we are so good at saying these things to ourselves. We are so good at saying, oh, it's because I didn't do this, or it's because I didn't do that, or I did do this, or I, you know, I had that glass of wine, or I went for that run, or I had sex, or I did this, or I didn't take my vitamins, or, you know, we beat ourselves up. And, you know, this is, not in a million years would we say that to anybody else. So let's just stop saying it to ourselves, and let's start feeling that sense of your own self, your own inner woman. You know, how powerful are we? We are the only beings, you know, the female species that is able to literally bring heaven down to earth, to be that portal of bringing energy new, into your body and birthing new consciousness into the world. And whether your baby, you know, is chosen not to stay, or whether it was your choice to release them, you know, they are always in your space. You are not on this, you're not on this alone. You are in this dance with your baby always. And they have their own choice. They have their choices. They know what is happening. They know what is likely to happen because it's been planned, you know, a long time before. And there's so many reasons why babies choose not to stay, and they will be as unique to them as you are unique, as your life is unique. But you can find your answers, you can find your why, and you can find their why. When you start to feel more connected, when you know we could let our minds go a little bit, and all those thought patterns, and you know, all those things we tell ourselves, and start really feeling in with our hearts, with our wombs, and just, you know, journaling, being kind to ourselves, really finding that connection with ourselves, and then we can help find that connection with our babies, because they know everything. They really do. um, and you know, certainly with you know, termination, I say release. They say you cannot terminate. We are energy. Nothing can be terminated. What you are terminating is old patterns, beliefs, and conditionings about the choices you have over your body, the choices you have over whether you want to be a mum or not a mum. So that's one. They also, when we describe stillbirth, what they say is they are filled, they really don't like that term. They say it's an earth birth or a non-earth birth. They said because we you know, there's a real you know, there's a really different perception of death, and they say they are born into a different realm. So it's a non-earth birth, but they are birthed into a realm that of their choosing. So why do they choose not to stay? So many reasons. Some babies, and this particularly these high vibration babies that are coming in right now to build a new earth, to change how things are done, they are coming in to, sometimes they've told they need to, what needs to happen for their energy to become into physical form. It takes an awful lot of energy. So sometimes they say they have to practice being in a body, they have to practice being in your body, they have to practice being in the density of the world, and sometimes that can take a few times. So that's kind of one reason, one why, if you like. Others, it's something that they've come in because it is part of your awakening, and they say what we do is help you to look for the stars, help you to look and imagine that there are other realms out there, because baby loss, in whichever way that you've experienced that, you know, we are, you know, personally, it took me 4 losses before I actually got the message and the kick up the bum to think, I wonder if there's a reason why that's happening. You know, I was so in victim mode. I was so in the world is against me, and I was so scared of being vulnerable. I didn't allow myself to grieve. I didn't allow myself to feel. I just completely closed off. Right, I'll just shut the door on that. That's not what I want to feel. It's because I'm a failure, it's because I don't deserve, all of those things. And it was Rosa, my spirit baby, who I now mainly channel for messages, that it was finally that wake up call, you know, actually, maybe there's a little bit more going on than just the physical. So when we experience baby loss, often this is something on soul level, because we know would not choose this consciously, is a way of getting us to look at other possibilities, other realms, other lives, other connections, and how we can connect, not just in the physical, but in the spiritual as well. Um, there is so many reasons, and my book, which is out in February, is all about that. It just covers it. But you know what we need to do, and what we would love to do, I'm sure, is ask that question: why? You know, why did this happen? So this is where we're going to go into our meditation. So I don't know if anyone's got any questions, but please ask away. Um, please do, you know, just say, you know, and throw things in the pot, and then this will help the energy go along as well. But I hope so far so good. I never know what I've said. So what I wanted to do actually was read a little bit of Rosa's message, because one of the big things that was going on in my mind, especially with Rosa, uh, because there was the 3 miscarriages that are out of my control. Also, you know, but that Rosa, I chose to release her because of medical complications. And I was always wondering, I mean, physically and mentally and emotionally, for me, that's what kind of broke me, but also has brought me into this place. And I am absolutely incredibly grateful for it, and for her and her amazing messages. But I was always asking, well, how does she feel about that? What was her experience when that, you know, when that choice was made, when she was released, when, you know, when her life force essentially left my body. So I hope you don't mind. I'm just going to read this, and I hope it is of some comfort or understanding. And I know this is my experience, and we all have very unique experiences and different reasons, but it was just the experience, I think, of what your baby, like how your baby feels, what's going on for your baby. Because this is my main thing, is, you know, we all know this human's perspective, and we have to look after ourselves on our human level looking at our grief, looking at our pain, looking at all the thoughts and patterns that come up, because we need to understand ourselves more. But one of my roles, and I see the babies as my clients, is to give their perspective. What's it like from their perspective that will help us to understand ourselves as well, because all they're doing is looking at you with love. They are our teachers in the spirit world before they arrive, in the spirit world after they've chosen to go back to the spirit world, and also when they arrive as these incredible beings. They are always our teachers. They are always teaching. They always have something to tell us. Um, so this is what they wanted to share with you this evening about the release. So this is Rose's release. My intention is that you will feel that your baby had a very different experience of loss than you did, and their experience is the other end of the scale. There's just joy for them. Okay, so this is Rosa. I was so filled with joy as I could once again be whole, for part of me had stayed within you in order to keep this body of ours going, and this was to ensure that it had to be your choice to release me, and yet at heart it was the choice of us both for this to happen. And yet you did not know this at the time, and so you grieved and you shouted and you swore and you hated life. And it has to be said that all of this had to happen in order for you to embrace life, my dear, for you were not embracing life at this time. You were living only some kind of half-life, and it was to the fullness of life that you had to awaken. And so I would wish to say sorry to you for this, but this too would be an untruth. For how can we be sorry for what has since transpired from this moment? For hasn't it now been that you feel more alive than ever before because of the death you have experienced? And yet I did not experience that death. I only experienced a short time of joy in the womb of your body and the love that I felt there. And it was at this time that it was tempting to stay, for it is always good to be close to one another physically. However, I also knew that this joy was to be short-lived, and the longer I stayed with you, the harder it would be to leave. And so it is that we came to this choice together, that I must leave at that exact time, and yet it had to be you who was to make the choosing. For however much easier it would have been for me to up and go, and for you to be left dealing with the life that ended, this lesson of the world being against you, the world being in control, was not one which we were learning. And so it was to the self that you had to make a choice, to choose for yourself and by yourself the fate of yourself and your family and the other, that was me. To see that you do indeed have a choice and a say in how your world works, and that each choice has a consequence, and there is a reaction to that choice. And so you made your choice as is your will and your right, and so I too made my choice, for my choice was not to be here with you physically, it was to be here with you in mind, body and spirit, in this particular way. For is that not still a special place to be, my dear one? That we are apart but together, and you can talk to me as if I am there with you, and yet I am not, not in the usual sense of the word. And you may well miss me in your arms, and you may well wonder what it is I would look like now. And yet, is it really as important as you thought it would be? For isn't this, in fact, what we are doing now? And so, why do you need this physical form of myself so badly? And it is a good question to ask all of your ladies, because the truth of this is that it is filling a hole that you need to unconditionally love and also be unconditionally loved. And yes, we all need this connection. Yet you women who have chosen this particular path of life and loss are the ones who are searching ever more deeply for the unconditional love that resides inside all of you anyway. It is just you cannot quite see it like that for now. For us babies and us souls that for whatever reason are holding back from coming fully into form can offer you any amount of unconditional love, whether we are with you physically or not. And so do you see, it is your own love and knowledge of this love, and that we can offer it to you physically or from afar, and indeed that is exactly the same kind of love. And so to me and my rejoining of my soul once I had been released from the body, oh, it was so utterly joyful and filled with light, because I was finally free of the burden that we both have carried across lifetimes to begin this work of ours together. I was also free to regain my whole soul, and I am telling you there is no greater moment in your life when this happens, for it is a true celebration of what is home. And it's not to say that the moment before leaving the body is not a sad one, for it is always, to be in the arms of unconditional love in a mother's tummy. However, it is not in comparison to the explosion of light and joyfulness that comes from being free of that body, free of that world, and in my case, especially so, when you were never meant to be coming into that world in the first place. And this is why, even though I knew I would be creating hardship and heartache because of my choice, I also knew that if we did not go through with this plan, as we had discussed on many an occasion, in order to lift the world, then the hardship and heartache would indeed be far worse than you could ever have imagined or even imagine now. But imagine that you are not doing this work. Imagine if you had never given yourself the opportunity to feel the love of a baby spirit for its mummy that you have brought through for them. Imagine never feeling that joy or seeing that joy on the face of the mums who are coming to you. For it is all real and it is all happening and indeed must happen. And so you must get this book out into the world and you must enable their mums to somehow see the light of themselves so they can see the light of their babies here and in spirit. That is your job and that is your role, and I will be here to ensure that it happens and for you to know it is not happening on its own. So you will be guided and I will be providing you with all that you need. And as you trusted me before in many lifetimes since, when I felt you in my arms and I let you go, you too must now feel me in your arms and let me go to do what I need to do to make this happen. And so it is. Okay, so um, yeah, it's yeah, I don't know how that's I hope that message uh, kind of gives you an idea of the power of your babies, the choice of your babies, the wholeness of your babies. They are whole souls and they have a choice and a mission, and they are in a dance with you together. And it's finding what that dance is all about, how your soul journey, because your journey to motherhood is not separate from your soul journey, it is your soul journey, and it's also your baby's soul journey. So, you know, covered in Rose's message, we've been there together lifetimes. You and your baby's very likely to have been in lifetimes together before. You know, there's going to be karmic relationships, ancestral things going on, past, like all sorts of stuff. It's honestly huge. The picture is huge. And I hope that message, at the very least, helped you to feel that your baby didn't experience any pain, didn't experience anything of what you have very likely experienced going through your loss. So, okay, just felt that message was gonna needed to be shared with you all. Right, we're gonna go into our meditation. Let me just check the comments. I'm waiting for the feeling of it's time to go for IVF, but the feeling of being ready never comes. How do I know it's the right time? So yes, Priya, very interesting. So Sarah Lee's beautiful. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you, Alison. How do we know? How do you know it's the right time? What a great question to ask. And maybe that's the question you can bring into the meditation prayer and ask, how do I know when it's the right time? I would say it's looking at what's going on under the IVF. Does it have to be IVF? Does it have to be IVF? That's what I want to say. But the feeling of being ready never comes. IVF, as a lot of you likely know, is a very brutal process. It's very much giving away your power. And what Rosa says about IVF is that it's in spite of the medical, not because of it, that you meet your baby. It's in spite of the medical, not because of it. You are the one who is inviting your baby, and you are the one your baby has chosen. And you may need some medical assistance and support in that process, the physical process, but it's you who holds the power, you who holds the key, you who holds that beautiful baby in your space, in your womb. You are the portal between heaven and earth. So it's in spite of the medical. So is it the fear of the medical that puts you off? Does it just not feel right? Can you trust your intuition? Maybe there's maybe it's another way. Maybe IVF isn't right for me. Maybe I don't need it, or maybe there's an alternative. What's the so babies arrive in all manner of ways. So let's put that into the space, and you can ask your baby this evening, pray out what they're saying. But there's always something underneath. How do I know I'm not ready for IVF? Going into something like IVF, you are handing yourself over. So do we look at do we look at healing? Do we look at it's just not right for me? Is it a fear of IVF? Is it a fear of the medical? Is it a fear of it not working? Is it a fear of money and spending lots of money? It's just looking at what's the stories you're telling yourself about IVF. And if you're simply not ready, then you're not ready, and trusting your intuition on that one. And then we get into a whole nother thing, like, how do I trust my intuition? How do I know this is right? So, we want to open up our intuition. In my From Here to Maternity course, we really look at intuition and how to build up our intuition and start trusting it. Yeah, or same for you. Yeah, okay, so we're going to put that in. Right, so I pulled a card, Lord Ganesh. So really moving through obstacles, moving through blocks. So Lord Ganesh, the amazing Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance, obstacles are being removed, spiritual supports and connections are increased. Okay, so what a lovely energy to join us. And we're also going to, of course, bring in your guides and angels and all my guides and angels. I work with the energy of the Divine Mother. So I have this gorgeous picture that my lovely friend Sarah Impey sent me. So just soaking up the image of the Divine Mother. And we're calling on the Divine Mothers this evening, calling on your babies, your guides. And I love that we are literally moving through blocks, whatever the blocks are, to whatever it is you need to understand. Okay. And, being curious about that question, Pia, I know you've probably been curious about that question for an awful long time. So journaling on it. Why is it? When am I ever going to feel ready? Or am I meant to feel ready? Why do I have to be ready? Sometimes we go from A to B to get to C, but do we need to do that? Do we need to be in that space? What does ready feel like? You're ready to be a mum. You know that much. You're ready to be a mum. So what do you need to be ready for, or what's putting you off being ready? Okay, we obviously need to chat personally, and bring through some messages around that, but put that into the space now. Okay, so let's go into a gorgeous meditation and see where we go. We're going to set our intentions for healing and meeting your spirit baby and gaining some insights for them and from them. Okay, so I can feel the energy all coming in. So we're going to just settle down and take a beautiful deep breath in, breathing all of yourself back from across time and space, people and events. Just breathing and allowing your energy to settle. Just breathing, your eyes closed. Just feeling all those words, Rose's message, how you're feeling yourself. Just allow yourself to be with whatever is, whatever you're feeling, whatever thoughts are coming up right now. And again, beautiful deep breath in, calling all of you back from across time and space, people and events, focusing right behind your eyes. Just breathing, relaxing, allowing yourself to be, and noticing any areas in your body, any areas where you're feeling a slight tension, where you're feeling any grief, confusion, guilt, low mood, and also where you're feeling any areas of joy, possibility, feeling supported, feeling loved. Notice all of these things, anything that's going on in your emotions right now. And just notice where in your body you're feeling them without wanting to change anything, just for the moment, giving yourself a moment to be with yourself, feel what's going on within you. Being in the stillness. We so rarely give ourselves that opportunity. And what I'm seeing around you, I feel like we're all in this golden temple, for want of a better word, and you're sort of in your individual cubicle of that. So seeing yourself surrounded in gold, a gold space all around you, however that's looking for you. Very much feeling the energy of Buddha around, which is interesting. Just bringing in all of the gold, seeing yourself surrounded in gold, whether that's a tent of gold, a temple of gold, cubicle of gold, however you'll just allow that energy to be, and that you're sitting in gold, golden energy. Beautiful. Just feeling your energy settle, settle, settle. And just where you are noticing those areas of loss, sadness, guilt, where you are feeling those lower energies, whilst you're sitting in this golden space, just feel that gold shining and the gold lighting up those areas, the gold beams of light. So as you're sitting within this golden space, there's beams of light, and allow those beams of light to be directed into those areas in your body where you're feeling any grief, where you're feeling any lowness and confusion. And just bring the gold, bring this golden light into those areas. I'm picking up Buddha, Lord Ganesh, and allow yourself this healing. So this golden light moving into any areas where these emotions feel stuck, where you feel trapped in them, wondering if you're ever going to feel any different. If you're ever going to feel it's possible to feel joy again. So sitting in this space, this is a healing space, and we're doing healing first. So that golden energy moving into any areas where it feels uncomfortable, low, sadness. There's obviously some tension and pain in the heart, so just allow that gold to fill your heart. There's some in the liver, so whoever is just feeling that anger and regret, just allow the golden light to fill your liver. So just wherever you're feeling this tension, this healing golden light, this Buddha who is sending this healing, which is very interesting. For me, that's not come through before. He's saying he's bringing balance. So he's helping you to balance your emotions with that of your, so you're able to hear the perspective of your babies. So he's bringing the energy of balance in for you. So you can hear and see another perspective on your experience. That's what he's just sharing with me now. So feeling this golden healing. And in particular now focusing on your heart area, the center of your chest, and the front of your chest and the back of your chest. All of your heart chakra in this center of your chest here. And imagine, use your imagination to feel, see this golden healing, golden energy moving into your heart. And as this golden energy is moving into your heart, moving into the very center of your heart, the center of your being, the gold energy is acting like a lighter and sparking up your inner flame of you, allowing this gold to light that flame of life in your heart. And it's never gone out, it's just been dimmed perhaps. And this golden light is re-sparking your passion for you, your passion for life, sparking up the heart of you. Feeling that golden energy flowing in from in front and behind, moving into the center of your heart, and seeing your flame, your soul flame, your light, allowing this light to grow. If it was a tiny flickering flame, just allowing that golden energy to bring this flame back to life. See the flame of you, your I am flame, your light, getting bigger and bigger, growing and growing and expanding and expanding, expanding and expanding. And just feeling or seeing this flame of light, the flame of you, expanding and expanding. And moving up, this candle's flame of you moving up into your throat, opening up your throat so you can express yourself, express how you're feeling, any injustice, any bitterness, any resentment, any anger, any guilt, any grief, all of that. We hold it within as if we feel we're not allowed to express it. Maybe we don't even know how we feel right now. And that's okay. It's just allowing your throat to open, bringing your life flame, your light into your throat, expanding, expanding your throat, and up into your mind, just feeling your jaw relax, your cheekbones, the front of your head, the back of your head, the sides of your head, all relaxing. The top of your head relaxing as your flame, your light, clears your mind. So all you can see in your mind now is your light burning away, shining away within. And setting the intention that your I am, your light, fizzles out any conditioning, any beliefs, any thought patterns, anything you've been telling yourself that's negative. Just allowing all of those to fizzle away in the light and the truth of you, clearing your mind. This is also clearing out your ears, so clearing your ear chakras, all that advice you hear from outside of you, all held inside your ear chakras. Allow your I am, your truth, your light to expand and expand, and feeling all of this energy moving out of your ears, from the inside of your mind, all the energy pouring out of your ears, anything that's not your truth, anything you've ever been told about what you should or shouldn't be doing or feeling, allowing that to, just release, release, release out of your ears. Feeling it pouring out of your ears, letting go of all of these voices that can fill your mind that aren't yours. Allow only your flame, your light to be in your mind, in your ears, in behind your eyes, feeling this light of you. We're going to see this flame of you now, the light of you getting even bigger, even brighter. Brighter and brighter and brighter. And for any babies in the womb, we're just going to bring that golden light and wrap around the womb, letting them know, keeping them lovely and cozy, letting them know that everything we're releasing is not their stuff. Okay, so feeling the light of you burning in your heart, expanding and expanding, bigger and bigger and brighter and brighter. And it's already clearing your mind. You are healing you. Feeling your heart expanding, your chest, your shoulders expanding, your arms, your hands, your fingers relaxing as the light of you grows and grows and grows, expands, expands down into your solar plexus, down into your power center, your sense of self. And again, allow your truth, only your truth, to burn away in your tummy. Burn away in your solar plexus. You felt you've given your power, you felt disempowered, you felt helpless. Allow these feelings to ease and bringing the intention in of finding yourself, your sense of self, your strength, your courage. And it's your vulnerability, giving yourself permission to be whoever you are in each and every moment. And the light of you expanding and expanding all the way down into your womb. And feeling this flame, seeing this flame, your light, lighting up your womb. And I feel like we're going to receive a womb healing. So imagining that light, your flame in your womb burning brightly. And just seeing who's coming in. Someone's coming in for a womb blessing. And they want you to know that it's you healing you. You have the power to heal you. And they are supporting you in this and blessing you with this. But it's always you. It's just such a key message. It's always you. You with the choice, you with the power. So feeling your own I am, your light, getting bigger and bigger and brighter and filling your womb, bringing light to your grief, bringing light to your loss, bringing light to your womb, bringing love to your womb. So easy to blame and to feel untrusting of our wombs after loss. Bringing light to all of this now. Feeling any emotion, allowing that emotion to rise if it needs to rise. And feeling your feet firmly on the floor. You're in your golden chamber or your golden temple. And that golden light is beaming into you, into all of these areas, lighting up, allowing your flame, your own flame, to burn ever more brightly. And as you feel your feet firmly on the floor, behind you is Lord Ganesh, and he's doing some healing around your crown, so you may feel some tickling or shivering down the back of your neck. He's doing something with your opening up your crown and your connection right now. But what they're asking us to focus on is your feet. Okay. So stepping in to the space with you, being with you in this golden temple of yours, is Mother Mary. And for anyone who's new to this group, this isn't about religion, it's an energy of unconditional love. And Mother Mary kneeling in front of you. And she is placing the palms of her hands over the tops of your feet. And feeling her hands, feeling her gentle pressure over the tops of your feet. And as she does this, Mother Earth energy opening up beneath the soles of your feet. Opening up the soles of your feet. And this energy, this healing energy of the Mother Earth, Mother Mary, who's representing the Divine Mothers, sitting with this energy and allowing this energy to rise. You may feel your feet go warm, cold, or tingly. However you experience it, it's going to begin to rise in your heels, your ankles, your calves and shins. And this energy, this healing energy of unconditional love, is making its way into your womb. It may go quickly for you. It's feeling quite slow right now, really taking its time, because they want you to feel it. They want you to become attuned to energy around you and in you. This feels as much as a teaching meditation as it is a healing meditation. So feeling this energy. I'm going to go quiet for a moment as that energy rises up. And you'll soon begin to feel that in your tummy. It may take your breath away a little. Just notice any sensations. Allow yourself to receive. You are honored, women. They honor you. They are honoring you. And what Mother Mary is saying is it's the suffering, what she's helping with here. We need to move through our grief in whichever way that comes to us, but the suffering, she's saying that's what she's helping to ease, any suffering. The unnecessary suffering that comes from the things that we tell ourselves. So feeling all of that healing, your womb soaking up this energy. And it's like a wave. I'm now seeing it turning into a wave of golden light and clearing and cleansing. Bringing love, bringing life into your wombs that have had experienced so much pain. Wave and wave and wave of golden energy rising up from your feet, and the beautiful blessing. Okay, so Mother Mary is saying the blessing of life. This is a blessing of life. Life itself, your life, you as life. And all life begins in the womb. And as you begin to heal your wombs, your life begins to, you heal your life. As you begin to trust and love your wombs, you trust and love life and what you're creating in it. Deep messages, just allowing all of this to sink in. Okay, so Mary taking her hands off the tops of your feet. And she's coming round behind you as well and takes the place where Lord Ganesh was working on your crown chakra, and just feeding her hands now at the tops of your arms, just holding you gently. And she leans in and whispers in your ear, "Shall we go and meet your baby?" And as she says this, that golden tent or temple, whatever golden space you're in, falls away. And you notice, you look up, and you see this waterfall of light, divine light flowing down from above. And you allow yourself again to stand under this waterfall of light, clearing and cleansing. And this energy allowing only the highest and purest beings of light into this space. This is your connection to above, and then Mother Earth, your connection, your feet beautifully held in the earth. And Mother Mary places her palm of her hand over your eyes and your third eye. Begins to offer some healing on your third eye, on your intuition. And she's saying they are only a thought away. So as you feel the front of your head, your forehead opening up and expanding, and this purple vortex of light coming towards you, moving away from you, coming towards you, moving away from you, stepping into this vortex of light. And you step through this vortex of light and into the most beautiful meadow. And you find yourself barefoot on the grass. And you can see the hills and the fields, the blue sky and the sunshine. And it's perfect temperature for you. And you look around and you see a little stone pathway, and all the paving stones are all different colors. And you're following this little stone pathway from red, stepping onto the orange now, stepping onto the yellow stones, stepping onto the green paving, stepping onto the turquoise paving, taking your steps forward into the violet paving. And as you reach that purple color, you look up and notice that you're standing by a bridge over a stream. And you step onto this bridge and walk over this rainbow bridge and over the flowing waters beneath you. And as you get to the other side of this bridge, stepping onto the grass on this side, you feel the different energy, you feel the lightness, and you listen in the silence, and you can hear the sound of children's voices, of playing, of laughter. Coming towards you are little pets, so it might be your pets. There's lots of lovely spirit animals here, lots of lovely little pets coming to greet you, all excited. And all these pets just moving around your feet, all these little animals, little dogs, cats. There's birds flying around as well. And they're guiding you forward, and you're following these animals. They're around your feet, almost tripping you over, and they're making you smile. They're so full of joy. And you can feel their joy and their excitement as they lead you further on, and you're walking up a green hill. And when you reach the top of this hill, there is the most amazing tree. And they say this is your tree, this is your wisdom tree, your tree of knowledge. And you feel you know this tree, you know this space, you've been here before. And as you look out with your back against this tree, feeling the support of your tree, your very special ancient tree of wisdom and of knowledge, allowing yourself to lean back into this tree as you look out over these fields and you see all of these children playing, laughing, and you ask this tree, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby? All my babies?" And the tree moves its beautiful, strong branch and begins to point you in a certain direction. And as you follow the energy of the tree, the branch of the tree, pointing you in the right direction, you see the brightest, brightest light. And there might be a cluster of lights if they're for all your babies. And you feel that breath as you recognize the feeling, you recognize their energy, you recognize something about them, just the light, not even a form, just the light of them. And you feel your heart expand. And as your heart expands and opens, you feel the energy of love beaming from your heart. And you can physically see this. It might even have a color for you today, and that color reaches from your heart, moves from your heart, and all the way to the light of your baby or babies. And as your heart light reaches their heart light, they turn, they stop, and they're still. And they notice you and they feel you, and their heart light lights up too. And you are now connected. You are connected heart to heart. And you may feel or see the color of their heart energy. And it's traveling from where they are all the way to your heart, with your heart energy flowing to them and their heart energy flowing back to you. And you begin to move together. You begin to take your steps down the hill as they begin to take their steps up the hill. And you start walking quicker and quicker, and they start walking quicker and quicker. Moving together, just feeling the pull of your energy, the pull of each other, your connection with each other, how you recognize each other without even knowing what they look like. You don't need to see what they look like right now. You feel and you find your connection. And as their light becomes closer and closer, their heart energy drawing you in as you draw them in, there comes a time when you begin to see their form. They begin to reveal themselves to you. And you come together. You feel their embrace. You feel your arms around them. You feel becoming one with them. And allowing any emotion, you are so held. Whatever emotion is coming up for you is all okay. I'm sending pink healing rays to all of you, each and every one of you, just to hold you in love as you greet your baby in this space. You're not alone. And actually, when I say you're not alone, I've been shown to be aware of all the other women that are in this space. And I don't mean just in this space listening to this, I mean in this realm, all the other women that have experienced loss. Just looking around, you are not alone. You are with your baby and babies, and you are with other women who can empathize, who can love, who can show compassion, who can help bring you back to a sense of you. And as you begin to notice all of these women, and all these women begin to notice you, and this compassion for your pain, for their pain, and you all begin to move together. You begin to move together and just naturally form a beautiful circle. Huge circle, but you can see each other so clearly. With your babies in your arms or your children with you, you now find yourself in this incredible green open space with your fellow courageous, brave, deeply loving women, and feeling this compassion moving from your heart, and saying hello to all of these women and sharing compassion and love. And as you do so, feeling that hello and that love and compassion coming back to you. This is not an experience that you need to be alone in if you don't wish to. Feeling the love and compassion of all of these women. Each and every one of you understand in your own ways the experience of baby loss. And that you're held and loved and supported. You're not alone. And within this beautiful space of love and compassion, now taking and focusing your heart-to-heart attention with your baby or babies. And I'm going to leave you for a moment to be with them and share with them what you wish or hear what they have to say. Maybe you have a question for them. And don't worry if you don't hear or feel anything. It will come. It will come. So relax and play. Be playful. I wonder what they have to say to me. Just pour your heart out. Share of yourself. And open up the communication for them to share themselves with you. So I'm just going to give you a few moments to be in this space with them. And it's a place you can come back to at any time. So just know when you watch the replay, you can pause at this point. You can spend longer. And if you're not hearing or seeing anything, don't make it mean anything. This is practice. This is a moment. It might come in other ways, in another sign. You come back and you just be in this space, and they'll come in your dreams, trusting your baby. Just for now, as you're so connected heart to heart, your baby, your child, reaching out their little hand and placing it on your heart, feeling their little hands on your heart, and you reaching out and doing the same, placing your hands on their hearts. Feeling that exchange, aligning and attuning you, just helping you to feel their energy. So when you feel you need to feel them and call them and invite them to be with you, remember this feeling, and you'll know that they're with you whenever you invite them to be with you. They are always with you. So feeling what you feel, feeling their energy, getting used to them in this way. It's not the way that you imagined in the physical. This is the way they are at this moment. And they are still with you in this very different way. But they are still with you. Feeling them around you. And setting the intention, if you choose to be open to communicating with your spirit baby. From this moment on, we're in a very high vibration place. You can set your intention if you choose to. I am open to communicating with my spirit baby. I am open to receive. I am open to feel from the highest place of love for the highest and best good of all. And just feeling your mind, like all these electrical pulses in your mind just firing up. Opening up your natural, innate gift to communicate with the other realms when you wish, if you wish. And maybe there's a little gift that your spirit baby wants to hand to you. So open up the palms of your hands now to receive their gift. Might be a word, an object, a colour. And if it doesn't make any sense right now, just ask them, what does it mean? What does this represent? And you may not be ready to receive this gift just yet, but that's okay. You can just place it in your energy field for when you are ready to receive it. Receive it fully. All in your own time. Be so kind to yourself. And maybe you have a gift for your baby. Just imagine reaching into your pocket, and then in your hand is a beautiful gift. It might be a word, an object, a color, whatever it is. Handing this gift to them, which they receive with such joy and playfulness. And spending a moment embracing your baby as they start to notice all their little animals running around and they want to go off and play and do what they do. Just saying, you can come back, remembering their feeling of them, remembering the color of their heart energy. And if you want to think of the color, then that brings them to you. This may be the start of your spirit baby communication, or you may be a lot longer down your path of communicating. But just by bringing that color and having a thought of them will bring them into your heart space. And you can ask them for any wisdom or just simply be with them. So embracing and saying farewell for now, knowing they can visit you, you can visit them. And you see yourself now as they hop off as kids do, just playing and running and joining with everybody else. And you see yourself standing up now, and all of the other women in the circle standing up. And now it's all of you together, holding each other, supporting each other, sharing your stories with each other as you walk back towards up the hill. Taking a moment with your tree to say thank you. And this is your tree of wisdom. So again, could be any time you can visit for your wisdom. And with all these women together, you step down towards the bridge. And you might have felt alone when you came, but you are not alone now. You can share your story. You can share your experience. You can feel the support of all of these women as you travel back over the bridge and you step back onto the paving, from the purple to the indigo to the turquoise to the green to the yellow to the orange to the red, and you find yourself back on the green grass looking towards that vortex of energy that you first arrived in, and saying thank you and goodbye, and let's just feeling the support of the other women as they all go off in their own directions, and you see yourself now coming back into that vortex of energy, coming back into your body, and you see the flame of you burning away, and you step back into that flame of you and feeling yourself coming fully back into your body, melting into the flame, that flame of you, your I am presence, the power of you, and just that you have healed yourself, you have began your communication with your spirit baby and that connection with another realm, and you felt the support of other women that you can support and share and be supported by. Seeing, feeling your I am, your flame, your light burning brightly. Thanking all these thanking your babies, thanking your beings, feeling the energy of gratitude now flowing into this space as you feel your feet firmly on the floor, crossing your hands over your knees, and when you're ready, having a lovely stretch and opening your eyes, coming back into the room. And I've got no idea how long we were there. Anyway, maybe hopefully you're still with me. Maybe you dropped off, just had a little snooze. That's absolutely fine. When we go deep, sometimes we bump up against some unconscious energy that we're not quite ready to see consciously. So, we need to be taken out into a little nap so we can move through those blocks. So I hope that was all okay for you. Let me know how you are. If you need any support, just how you're feeling right now, then just send me a personal message and I'll send a little bit of extra healing to you. I'll send you a message. Just know you are so held. Just feel that energy around you. Feel the love around you and the support around you. You're not alone. So if anyone has any questions or anything they wish to share, then please do go ahead. Priya, my baby gave me a silver star pendant. That feels quite profound. What are you making that mean, Priya? Not that you have to share that here right now, but yeah, I would say that's quite a big sign. I'll message you personally. But it feels beautiful. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And yeah, if just I think just feeling but knowing that you can be in the space with your babies. It's you, it's your gifts, it's who you are. And if you can feel that, we're not handing our power away, we're not handing anything away. It's all here, it's all within you. That's a really key message from tonight, I feel. Okay, so if everyone is all right, and if you're feeling a bit wobbly, that's okay too. If you need me, please do message. And obviously, if you want to go deeper into, just deep into any thoughts and feelings and healing, then again, please do reach out. I'm here for one-to-one work. And for any of you who are wishing to conceive, then look out for my From Here to Maternity course that will be starting this month. That is just stunningly beautiful, and again with Mother Mary, and extremely powerful, and some lovely babies on the way. Okay, so I don't think there's any other comments, so I will just send you all the biggest of big hugs and lots of love. And I really hope you felt that your gifts, your ability to heal, your ability to communicate and be with your baby, and the support that you have around you. We can feel so alone and so isolated on this journey. It's a bloody nightmare. Just you are not alone. You're so held. So thank you. Thank you, Delay. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. And Irina as well. Thank you. And yes, Ord, let's be in touch. Okay, so sending lots and lots of love. Mwah. And thank you so much for joining me. And thank you so much for, if you're watching this on the replay. Okay, so Night night, everybody. Well, night night in the UK anyway. Um, and yeah, have a good day if you're in other time zones. Okay, all right. Mwah. Lots and lots of love. I'm gonna figure out how to end. Thank you, and thank you for joining. Thank you, Priya, too. Thank you. Mwah. No.